Okay, let me figure out why the chat moved somewhere else and I cannot move it. Okay, I think we're in business. So yesterday we tried to do a little parsing with roc and we successfully did the simple assert and compared two strings or two structs or two records, whatever we did. And today we need to do the rest. I think the first thing is clean up. I don't think we need... let's keep that. I also realized that the parser is not like Haskell megaparsec or anything like that parser. It's more like Elm parser, the one that I haven't used before. Hello. And I need to figure out how to use Elm parsers. But I think I've seen enough examples yesterday, so we can try to assemble something. So the first thing for today, probably the easiest thing to do is to get the example. And I think the first thing is just to try to parse this timestamp. And I think that would be a success. I think we don't need this. How far do we go? I think we don't need this. We just want this part, and let's keep it 2 so it's more interesting. Right, something like this. So our goal is to get this out. We had some random records, random examples. It doesn't matter. We'll remove as we go. So the first thing we need to do is to know, okay, we have a string. How do we get digits? How do we get random stuff? In the docs, we've seen that they use something like this. Not the docs, it's just examples. So if we get one of those two, why is the hashtags getting combined? This fails expectedly, but this, does it get reloaded? Oh, does it count the test and all the dependencies? I think it does. Okay, what if I remove this one? Okay, this one works. So we have const, then we have keep, and then we have skip. And in this case, we need a single number, and then we ignore this. Oh, the question mark is actually... This is nicer than this. So how do we use those? That's the question. So if we want to keep, we do keeps. This is string digits from the library. This is string... I mean, I could do simple keep, skip, whatever, but I don't understand what the const is. Is this like an identity function? So let's do a quick Elm parser overview. I don't know. Keep, skip, keep, skip, keep, skip API. Elmwoods, semantics, introduction, Elm. Okay, so white screen. Not gonna. There's no way to change it to dark. So we have run, int, float, one off, and then succeed, starts the pipeline. And then we have keep, I assume it's the same. And then eat characters, throw them away. Is this this? Are we looking at the same thing? This is not much of description. Maybe package. So we have parser pipelines, parser, point, succeed, symbol. So I assume this is the same in operator form. Ignore and keep. And we had what? Keep, skip. keep ignore. So I think it's the same. So we have succeed, that's const. In this case, we give it a struct. In our case, we give it identity. One line, backtracking, visual noise, tracking context. This is their docs. Okay, so this is a bit what I was looking for. So skip values is a parser pipeline. For example, maybe we want to parse some JavaScript variables. We chomp. I think we've seen chomp before. Get chomp strings. Succeed, chomp if, chomp while. Is this even here in the example? This is not even in the... Oh, no, this is this. So what are we looking at? There's some var parser. We can get the chomp string out of it. We have a pipeline that does nothing because I assume this gets stuff out of the thing. Then chomp if star character, chomp while is in a character. Is start character underscore and a dollar. Inner character is digit. Okay, so this makes sense. Can chomp one character and produce nothing. Chomp while can jump 0 more character and produce a unit value. And then skip. Keep the values. No one cares about them. Alright. And this is the keep. This is the keep where we do things and then we keep and then we skip. And then we haven't done. We don't have those, I think, in this library. In this library, we have already lost the docs. This string docs. We might need 2 string docs and then parser docs. The parser has const, I assume the same, alt, apply, one off, map, map2, map3. One or more between separated, ignore, keep, skip, chomp, until, and chomp while that we saw. So that's kind of similar. Okay, let's just try doing something because I don't think I get what we're doing. So in our case, we'll have to make, we already have this time parser. And we did const, which didn't root. I assume we want something like this. We have result, whatever it's going to be. It's probably going to be different things. And then we can do, we've seen string interpolations, maybe result, I don't know, test. But that's not going to work because we don't get any output. I'm not sure how to get the output out of this. And we tried echo last time, but it wasn't echoing much. Can we do this in the tests? Let's try. Can we do effects in the test and see if it works? Or how do you debug or anything? Effect. Is it going to print anything? The types don't align. Yes, but can I just print? Still not happy. Expected. It was like string debug. String debug, string inspect, in scope, inspect. Okay, so the tests don't allow me to do anything effectful. How am I supposed to know what I'm getting, what I'm testing if I don't see it, if I don't know what it is? Okay. Rock. Let's look. Maybe they have tests. Test. I mean, then if I cannot do this in tests, I can try to do it in main. I can do something like this. My parser is commented out, so it's not even gonna work. This is not going to work now. We cannot even walk basic things. Test time parser thing inspect string expected. So if this runs, at least we have something. It doesn't. It doesn't because it's looking at the tests. The tests are not allowed to have this, and we need to bring back this. Oh, also, I wanted to fix the formatter. It's settings, and then it's format on save. True. True. How's it? Should be something like that. Okay, it did work, so it does work. This is crazy though. Do I need this? Kinda. Okay, this is way better. So we have this unused variable, result. And here we messed up. File opaque. Okay, so we have tests that are testing things, but we cannot print in there. And we have main where we can print things. So we can decide, maybe we're just gonna print stuff in main for now and see how it goes. And maybe then we move things to tests. I think that might be easier for now. Okay, so let's go to the parser. The parser, the timestamp right now has a value. And the thing that we need to get is this. We need to get for the parser, wrong comments. We need to get these things out. And with const, we see that we do some ID with the result, and then we can do keeps and skips. And for example, this parser, also, can I change tabs to space? Setting. Probably. Okay, I'll change it later, but it's way too much. Okay. Okay, I'll change it now. Tab size. Tab size. Okay. Okay. So we have const and we had whatever x, and with that x we wanted to put it in here. And then interpolation, I think we've seen this in the fizzbus, is just $1. So we were fine. So $x doesn't look so happy with this. Okay, so this would be an integer in this case. Digits. And then here we need to skip this. It's just going to be first 2 digits, I think. And what we need to do is probably from from, nope, it's gonna be into string to 8 to, no. There is a parse string. Which one were we looking at digits? Digit gives you U64, one or more of U64s. And then you sum them up. And then the question is gonna handle the zero base thing. How do we get a number to string? So we have two. Is there like two string in here? Okay, so there is two string. Okay. So we just do this. During coverage, parser counts the crash happened with this runtime or I don't know. I'm not sure you know. I'm not sure you know what I know. Let's see what this compiler tells us. Interesting. First of all, it's all red, but it's fine. Second of all, we want to have, so we ate a chunk, but because the value is opaque type, that we used opaque type, it doesn't print this. The print takes just string, not comma separated things. So if we want to have more interesting things, let's just do result dot input. But can I do it? I cannot. I need the question mark to say that it's gonna fail. But then we need to add this to the error. I was assuming that this would say that it allows it. Does it say there's different errors? Parsing failure. In errors, this would return, but the function body evaluates to parsing errors. The error type from body must be compatible since one of them could be actual return value. And if I remove this, it doesn't work. On error, this would return try. Okay, so that's where I was assuming it all magically works. Is this not true? Is this not true because we are in main and main does not allow you to return stuff like this? So in main, you do have to handle this. Like if you have intermediate function could be like, oh yeah, whatever. But if you have main that you have to pattern match. Okay, let's try to pattern match. So we do match. And then here we're gonna have either okay result and we do something, or we have error with an error and then we do something else. So here we bring back this was a true type. And here we can say that standard error line, and then that's something went wrong. And then we can, I hope we can interpolate the error, but probably this also breaks. Interpolate the error, and I think, oh yeah, that wasn't expect. So it's the same. There is no like error message or anything more sophisticated. Oh no. Result, and with the result, we can do what we did in here. And this should be error. Exit one. And this okay, you don't need to exit anyway. So we used this. You served us well. We learned everything good from it. Except for this unconditional this match will know in the compile time, so this match will always inspect the same value. Well, where does what? That's just input. I will play with it and it might change later. So, oh, now it doesn't know. Oh, let's run this now. And now we see the input again, but this should have been val.value. So now this should be a value. This doesn't need to be inspected. So the interesting thing is the timestamps, right? So you have a timestamp and it has 00 or 02. And if you parse it as digit, it's going to be just 0 in this case and 2 in this case. And we can do two things. Either parse them as strings until the colon. In the first case, it's different because I want -1. So in the first case, I do want 1, and then if I need to get 1 out of it, or 0. But for the other cases, I do want proper 0 padded, whatever they're called, timestamps. Okay. What do we have then? We have digits. Satisfies. I mean, I can do this. I assume we can do isDigit similar. But I think in case of digits, they do convert this to use64, but we don't have to. So let's look at the digit. So the digit is, how they do it from scratch. They do this. Matches any string. And also I don't think they have count, right? Do they have count for parsers? Count. No. And count, no. Or any like repeat. You have many and one or more. You want to get the least. But I think we can get away with the simple digits. We don't need Elm no more in here. Okay, let's steal this example that they have. This one. But then it's gonna give us only one. What if I want multiple ones? I'll just do many digits, and then that should be enough for now. Oh, that's the other thing actually. I can do the chumping. But chumping destroyed stuff. And then they keep things. So what I need is take while. That's what I'm thinking about it. But they don't have take while. So I'm trying to think in their terms. And it's kind of like take while not. And maybe I can do the keep combined with the chomp. let's let's see if they have any of those. Maybe that's what we need. We need like a keep chomp, and then that's that's what we need. Because there's straightforward ways to do it, but I just figure out what's the more appropriate way to chomp around. Do you have any chomps? Let's see what the library has on the chomping side. Oh, maybe this. This is what I'm thinking about. So we have keep. And then you chomp while is digit. That's it. And is digits, they have it here. Okay, let's do something like this. Let's steal this. That's library. So we have is digit. I need this. Simplify into this. This digit. And then keep chomp while is digit. Let's do keep chomp while is it string? It wasn't a string, it wasn't a parser. It just chomp while is digit. And then this is gonna be our B. Let's try hours, minutes. Let's see if it even appears. Let's try like this. I mean, technically it's this. We can just do it right away. And then this is a string, so we're fine without converting. And in theory, it should be this. Chomp while is digit. I don't know the syntax for this. This is probably not gonna work. What? What? This is this is not much. This is not much. What? So this was fine. Is this the problematic one? The one that I don't know and I just wanted to guess? Okay, so this is just tells me like, come on man, like what are you doing? You put some random stuff in there and then what do you want me to do? Let me try to write it down. Can we do a minimum? Let's do test rock and try to move it in there and see if we can reproduce this. Can we reproduce this with minimum? What's the minimum thing we can do? I mean, we can do the whole thing, but is it gonna fail with... Let's try hello world. Yes, don't even need any imports. But then times the parser, if we just call... Not echo, I don't even know what to call. I need something more complex. Fizzbus. Let's do Fizzbus. Let's do Fizzbus. Let's comment this out. remove this, remove this. Okay, so what if we remove fizzbus and try to call it? Is the compiler also gonna call it a trap? Okay, in this case, it just knows that it's missing. That's not it. Um, is this more minimum? Because it didn't realize that we were passing something in there. Test roc. Yeah, it just says name not in scope. Somehow we broke it in a bigger way. I'll take a look at this later. Maybe report this in a more interesting way. Okay, if we go back to hello roc, it's failing in a lot of places. I need to have a this type, missing method, trying to dispatch a method name kept on unresolved type variable, but unresolved type variable have no methods. You cannot chain those. I assume the whole point was to have chaining of those things. Maybe just don't understand those at all. No, they have two keeps. And they have keeps keep. Oh, that should work. And they have parser const. Oh. Is this how you cannot do this? You have to do something like this. Wait. Let me see. Let me see if they have more examples. Okay, so if you have nested lambdas, you do have to nest them, like properly nest them. I see. So, okay, this would mean that we have h, and then inside the h we have units, and then we have to close this, and it's going to be something like this. I think the language server is really not happy about this. So we have those nested, and this is the list. And now we need to convert the list of U8s into string. How do we convert this? No idea. We need to try all any append clear concat hold. Probably do that. Join. But then is string concat contains the code from list, from quote, from UTF, from quote, from interpolation, from lossy. Inspect is empty is join with list of strings. Repeat, replace, reserve, split, to hash, to string, to UTF. Concat. From interpolation. I mean, this takes an iterator, which is close enough. But if we if we what? Can you combine two strings? Let's YOLO it and fold it. And then we figure out how to do it properly, just to make this thing go away. I think language server gives up on me too soon. We have a state, and then we have a function from state and item to state. So we need to do empty string and then comma plus, no, it's not gonna work, string concat. What do we want to compile is not working. This full method on list has an incompatible type. Does it have to be with fault? Oh, this is not string concat. We need to say first we need to convert this. I think we need something like this. Then we say x to stir, and then we concat, something like this. Yes, okay, but this is not gonna work. Oh, because we need double lambdas. Double lambdas. Just tell me how to. String, parse. Okay, let's look at the docs and see the lambdas more. Strings. Strings first from string. Oh, this can also fail. From string plus. Okay, let's invent this. Let's say what? We need a function foo that takes a list of q8s and returns string. So in this case, foo is digits something like this. Is this how they do it? Okay, so this is digits, and we try to fold those like we did before. And if we fold them, first thing we pass is a state, and the second thing we pass is once again those state. Let's try like this, and then let's try to refactor. Was it state first? Okay, whatever. State, and then the value element digit, and then with this digit we try to what? State, try to concatenate state and then digit to string, and this can fail, so we will let it fail, and then this is not happy, and it's not happy because parentheses are mismatched, but it doesn't even highlight this, but I think this one needs to be closed. And this is not happy because expects a try type, but I found oh wait, to string is fine. The method has a type list u8 state, and then a function. But I needed to have the type list u8 state string to function. What? Okay, it doesn't want to tell me what the fold is. Can we do language reference? Can we do language reference docs string list? Can we get a fold in here? Okay, so we have a fold. I mean, it does take state, and then it takes item to state. Isn't it what we had? We have a fold, we have a thing, we have a state. And then we have item to state, which is digit, and then it returns in state. This might be this syntax then. Oh. So if we have this, we can do comma separated things, but other way we couldn't. Okay. So this is our foo of m. And we can remove this crazy thing. Okay, at least the LSP is happy. And we got digits twice? What? What happened? And it's 48. Is it code points? Yeah, I don't understand. They kind of mentioned something about currying that in some cases you can do it. I've seen something somewhere about currying. I mean, it's not supported, but somehow you can do something about it. But I don't get it as well. And I also should have read the docs because I'm just again trying to guess things out. So this is not an int, it's byte, and we need an int out of it. This is not to string, we need to can we have is it going to no those U64 digits, one more digit, build primitive parser, 2U64. Okay, so just 2U64 should work. If I do this, not in here. Oh yeah, I was doing it in the wrong place anyways. Digit. They don't have bytes in there? What were they doing? Oh, they have UTF-8s. Okay. What do I have? What do I have on the byte? do what was here? This didn't help. I need to parse it properly, not to mess around with it like this. Do probably not gonna work. Heck. Can I do I need to decode it somehow? Doesn't help. Too many decks. Is there some sort of nothing? You're not gonna help me. Okay, we can go the other route. We can do this, and then we can do something else. This is gonna be this, and then we keep more, and then we skip. We need to skip the rest. We'll have to figure out that later. We have to skip until the space. So let's do this for now, and then we'll have to figure out how to print this properly, and then I guess we'll have to do another level of this. Level. this is not gonna just just do two strings. The string, and then the other one to string as well, because whatever. Okay, this is almost looking like time. We'll just pad it. So now we need to say that I don't care about the rest. And I'm gonna just say ignore somehow. We need to look at what they do. The string digit string one off, string from EGF8. Okay, I need ignore. Ignore. And I just ignores the rest. The question is, how do I use ignore with the rest of the pipeline? Ignore. Oh, it needs to be used with skip. So I need to do skip first and then I can use ignore. Oh no, this is chomping can do it. Ignore. Keep jump until. I just need until the end. Jump until digits. I mean, that's a question. So if I'm... Yeah, maybe let's just do skip digit. Because it's going to be surrounded by spaces and we're going to have to do something else. But the parser should succeed and stop on digits. So this is going to be one more. We don't care about this part. So this should succeed and finish the whole parser. This should be empty. And maybe now we can try to parse and test it. And now we can try to do not a partial one, but parse the whole thing. And here it's not going to have values. It's going to be just the result. Something like this. Result value anyways. Result value, not a timestamp. Okay. We have our first completed timestamp parser. So if we move this into a test, we want to have parse string. This is terrible for now, but we can do this. Timestamp parser, and then this should take this, and this should, if I do it like this, I should be able to say result is expected like this. Digit. This still works. Our test also works. The next thing we need is to have -1. So let's do the quick little timestamp. This is a parser, but we need timestamp. I don't know, pat adapt timestamp. Timestamp from, and it's going to take, not how it takes, Q8. It takes like this. Oh, so this is not current and this is current. Am I starting to suspect? Something like this. Okay, let's look into this. Nothing. Only curlies. There's no currying in this syntax. How about this? Curly, curly, curly. Crash. Where else would it be? Not in the examples, probably. Like there's no reason to put it in here. Okay, maybe function. Function. Oh, I could have just used that in the tests. Or maybe we don't need. Oh, okay. Can we do this in the tests? Then we don't need anything. Okay. Value. Okay, nice. Should have read the docs. Better matching, text, try. So this is comma separated. And this factful function. Okay. Let's see. Does this compile with this not being implemented? What happens if I call it? What? HMS. Okay. Okay, runtime error. Declaration has no value. Okay. So there are some errors. If you actually use it. If we try to use this and return the same thing we did before. Just return this. Matter is not happy. Here. So we'll have something like this. This still crashing the same thing. This is not happy. This is the longest error message. So when this is not working, it's just not happy with the whole thing. This. I'll hit enter. Fine with this, but not with this. Okay. So for some, our function calling is off. So the keep method in the parser has incompatible types. The parser is whatever, whatever, then return timestamp. And it's not happy. But before we were returning timestamp, no? U64 parser. Parser const U64. U64. Is it because we are off in here with all of those? Is all the racket? Yeah. Can we do something? Yeah, let's try one level. Yeah, this works. Can we do it like this? We can. Was the test still happy? Yes. Let's try to bring the formatter back and see what it thinks about this. Okay. Maybe it's not that bad if you put it in one line. Looks decent. Let's try to put this in here. Let's try to do something like this. From, and then here we can say timestamp from. This still works. I can just keep an eye on this one. This works. Okay. So first thing I need to have is hours. If they like assert something like this, because our hours are -1. Any asserts, any asserts, any asserts, any asserts. No, okay. So if any clamps, any clamps, theirs doesn't work. Oh no, it does work. Clamp, assert, min. I can just do min. I mean max. Right? I need max. Oh, I need min. H -1. Not in here. Just max and two numbers. What? Interesting. Scope now. But it is 0, and if we pass it, anything pass it to 0. Should work. Okay, integer subtraction overload. Because I had to do it before and then subtract. Like this. Like with 1 then, in this case. Okay, and then this should still pass too. So, is microphone still on? Yes. We're making progress. So now I want to have something like this, just to pad the strings. If only we had the library for this, it would be way easier. Pad with 0. So this is going to take u64 and return string. Zero padded string. It's gonna take our number and number. And how does it usually do it? Like if number is less than 10, you just print it with a 0, and if not, there's an. Oh, this. Does this need parentheses? Okay, else this. Okay. Just number to string like this, and then I assume we can just do something simple like you are below. Just add. It's sure. Can you do methods like in? Yeah. Can we remove this? Can we do something? We can too. Better hour, minute is m, and then seconds are also the same. And then we return hour. I don't want to pad the hour because usually it's not going to be more than 9, so who cares? Less than hour. Also, another thing, if all the hours, probably too much. Like if all the hours are less than 1, then we don't need it at all. But that's too much to see. Minutes. What the hell is it? This is failing, but the result looks this. The bug looks like this, and it's not failing. Kind of confusing. What is different? Okay. We did it. We parsed something. There's a bunch of other stuff to parse. Letters, we don't need this. Clean up a bit. What do we do next? We have a lot of options. So now we know this part. And we need to parse everything else. What could be interesting thing? Interesting thing with in this line, you have to. This is some sort of token that you don't care about, and then you go and you say, "Oh, here's a token. I don't care about token. Ignore this," until you can parse a timestamp, and then ignore the rest of the timestamps. This is one thing. Another thing is this. Something like a key value. We can parse those as key values, and then maybe that's a quick thing. We have like 15 minutes. So let's try timestamp parser. Gonna be like second line parser. And then we need like key value parser. And one key value is what? One key value is this. And they're space separated because it's a space first. Something like this. Might need to tweak it a bit more. So key value parser is a parser. Gives you a list of U8 and gives you all of strings. And then should give you like a map of string to string. Not sure if they have maps or dictionaries, but it should be something like this. Let's do this one real quick. Also for the parser chapter, we'll have that. Chapter will have that, and then we'll have more. I think we're fine for now. Let's do this. Let's try to do a similar style. So we have parser const. For now, let's say it's going to be key. Then it's going to have a value. and after that we return them comma separated. We say skip string, and then our string is the pipe. I'm happy about it. But anyways, then we have to keep everything until colon, probably with chomping and whatever, and then we need to skip this, and then keep everything until pipe or until space. Keep until space or a pipe. And I think it's time to chomp. So keep. Oh, so code units, maybe those are actually better for those cases. Maybe we can even try in here. But what we need to do is chop until this. I think that's what we need. We just need to go until pretty much like this. But in that case, they were skipping, but we need to keep. So they did rock. So this is the least weights, and then you get back list of U8s. There is a list. Okay. So let's try doing keep on this. And then until... Oh, but here's what. Can you do 2 at the same time? Are we off with parentheses? This is not a syntax. There is also jump while. I think we can use this in this case. After we fix the... Okay, tell me more specifically, what did I do wrong? So in this case, I mean, it's not this off. No. Okay, so something here is off. Type signature off. Which one of those is off? Okay. This is fine. Jump until strikes again. Okay. How's this one breaking this? Oh, okay, obviously. Jump file be something like character not equals to space and character not equals to the pipe. So this is a lie. That one runs. This one needed expected key value. What are we expecting? What do we have? What do we have? C and then C blue. We have C blue. We have parse. We use key value parser. One thing here is the space, but I think we can deal with that later. This should hopefully work because the string is over. This a list. For that. And then this is just a result. The result should be expected. This is a list. List and a tuple. This is a tuple. Okay, so this off. Okay, so we have incompatible types. We have keep, list, parser, list. So we have list of bytes in both cases because jumping gives us bytes, not a list, not a string. Okay. Yeah, so it gives you a list of things at the end. Not end of line. This is kind of what we have. But what's the appropriate way to tell it to accumulate things? Flatten? Are we looking for flatten? What do we call this? Flatten and then map? Or yo. And then combine to string. Okay, this one is the interesting one. It has all sorts of cool stuff. So what's flatten? Go back. These docs have flatten in here. So it takes a fallable that can try and fail. Okay, that's not what we need. Oh no. And then you can do map. And I assume this is, so maybe Maybe we could have done it before with digits, like transform each one by one with a map. Combine to string, you take a is this what we need to do as well? Of bytes and then do this. Possible. Assume either we doing this or we have to use proper parse code unit. Code unit. Maybe that's what we need. Okay, I need to wrap up one more attempt at this. Any string digit or digits. I think we need this. Let's check. F8 input. Maybe this even string from UTF-8. UTF-8, UTF. To UTF-8 input. Yeah, those are strings. Schematic. Okay, I'm just gonna use the other one, the thing that I have, and wrap it up. Combine to stir. First character. Oh, in their case, it's while name character. Prepend. They have a first character. Can I do? 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 Can I do something simple like? Again. Characters. Alt. Again. And then we try to do face. Prepend. Yeah. Maybe prepend is not from there. Prepend is on the list. Oi, oi. If that's all I want, just this actually. Well, this is just Just not happy with the hack. Bad UTF. Try, okay, but function. Oh, this is not happy because it's inside a const. We need to do it on each one and then call flatten on it. But in their case, this one fails too. Because the parser is allowed to fail with subset of errors, not all of them errors. So this is allowed and nothing else is allowed. But how does it work when you have two things? This is something like this. Key value. And then I want two of those to my errors. This is just silly. This is just silly. Yeah, this is probably not the way to do it anyways. Let's just get the value out of this for now. And that kind of works. And if it doesn't, makes sense to continue in this direction. Unexpected way. That's it. DE, where from quote, but you're trying to use it as a stir. But am I? If this is already errored, I just want this as a tuple. Where's the try coming from? So there is a try inside. There is a try inside if we don't do flatten. Like this one has a try. And are we supposed to flatten the error? But at what point are we flattening it? Okay. So this technically works for this case. But now it's still this. And then 2, 2, 2, 1. Okay. What the test says. Okay, change it to 1. I think this watch crashed. Okay, this works in an ugly way, and I think we can wrap it up on the ugly thing. With any questions to wrap things up? Okay, I was expecting a bit more to have more accomplished, but we did parse something, and we did learn how to parse things, and we did do some hacks, and we learned about currying and value of currying and value of reading documentation. So it wasn't all last